Well, hello everyone, and hello Package 2. I hope you're doing good today. Uh, hey Mrs. Everybody's here. And Gwandalf also. Hello. Hello everyone. So we are back to the Great Estonian Chronicles. For those who know, we're still defending Mr. Natsume, who happens to be involved in many murders somehow. I guess he's pretty unlucky, this guy. That said, we are involved in a lot of murders as well, so I don't know. Might not stay long. I'll be going moving stuff. Oh, yeah, well. Yeah. You still have a lot of stuff to move? Doing good, having a proper summer over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is summer over there. So Package to Gwandal is one of the... He's working at the Coq-en-Pâte. Me neither, because I'll stream too. Okay. I'm glad you came by and say hi. Okay, let's start that game. I want to see what this game looks like. So this is the last game in the Ace Attorney series. So you can see the characters are 3D, which I think I don't know if any other ones did that before. I'm not sure. It's good, a bit dramatic. Yeah, and that's quite an understatement. So what happened over there? Objection. I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated. Oh yeah, so what was happening was all the jurors... Okay, so Gwandal, we are in a trial and we are defending our client, Mr. Natsume. And this is England at the end of the 19th century, I think. And they have a legal system where when you're on trial, there's a jury of 6 people randomly chosen. I have movers to move the big furniture on Monday. Oh, good. And so last time they all voted guilty. So when they do that, I have a chance to change their mind just before the client is declared guilty. And so we just did that. And yeah, we're gonna go over everything that happened, but well, there's a guy that almost died, and he says our client tried to kill him by poisoning him, but he's not dead. And everybody seemed to think that he was a very nice guy, but then we proved that he was probably stealing gas from the company. Okay, and you change their mind by telling stuff, right? Yeah, well, you have to find 2 jurors that have opposite opinions and pit them against each other. So one of them has to change their mind. And so this guy was working for the gas company, and he was spying on the victim trying to prove he's stealing gas. And Lady Queenbee is one of the jurors, and she's the wife of the owner of the gas company. Huh. Quite a coincidence. And so I think he was gonna say why they're suspecting this guy, the victim. I assure you, my lord. Okay, John number 4. Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong ground for suspecting him? That's right, we do. Don't we? She doesn't know his name. Worker? Oh, absolutely, Lady Queenbee. Gasman's honor. Oh, very well then. We will hear your testimony now. You will tell the court precisely why you believe the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, a fan of Shakespeare, has been stealing gas. Oh, yes, my lord. It'll be my pleasure. Hey, what? If I may, my lord. Go ahead, madam. This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory role, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, that's quite strange. Whoa! Oh yeah! Sweet as honey! Yeah! Oh, he's very enthusiastic about that. Very well. As an exception, I shall honor your request. Oh, thank you, my lord. You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Oh, it's gonna sting, you mark my words. What? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But you know, so many weird things happen in those trials. So you will both testify before the court on the subject of the illegal consumption of the Ultimate Gas Company's fuel. Oh yes, is that clear, my good man? Clear as Ultimate Gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world. Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Sato-san? Oh, I think the man is just a very dedicated employee. Naruhodo-san. The Ultimate Gas Company's investigation. I've got to remove my sweater. Wait. Feels very hot in here. Okay, let's go. Well, I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meta money collection agent. Ultimate Gas matters, except through penny bits? What? I thought it would pressure the witness into not revealing important information. Yeah, I don't know what's the thing about allowing some witness intimidation. Yeah, having the boss next to him, yeah. And she explicitly said that. Through penny? What's that? Okay. Ultimate Gas matters accepts through penny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet, the matter in Mr. Shakespeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meta doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key.
Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants, without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is? Pray, forgive the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn my hallowed callous. What do you mean by that remark? Ron Van Zieks? Did the mustachioed Nipponese point and the gangling excuse... Wait, did the Nipponese point and the gangling excuse for an actor? Or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And now yet, we must listen to this abhorrence. Clearly, what separates the vast British Empire and the Aristocratian nation is more than geographical distance. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead. Him again with his flat red champagne. I think it's supposed to be wine in the fancy bottle. Oh, red champagne, I think. No, there's no red champagne. There's rosé. Do what you will. Oh, Lord Van Zieks appears to be in a violent mood. Oh yes, he does. An attempted poisoning. And an incident of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance, but I wonder. The truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. Oh, don't go into those places, Naruto-san. And the first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. What is the right word? He's William Shakespeare. The Altamont Gas Company's investigation. Okay, I'm proud to be the company's Eastern Branch investigator, Meta Money Collection agent. Okay. So, does that mean you enter people's house in order to empty their gas meters? All that I do. Have to try to catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business.
Clearly he's a sham. Oh yeah. Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shakespeare?
Well, now, interesting you should bring that up, because I couldn't believe how little money was in his meta.
Which one?
I mean, how the pair of them survive the winter is beyond me, it really is.
Oh, knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books. And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burned them for warmth. I don't think he's burned many of them because his room is full of books.
You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Mitterman.
Mr. Mitterman. Every time I think of Mr. Loverman.
Not much to say really, but as you wish. Altamont gas meters accept throughpenny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
Throughpenny. Wait, I need to look at throughpenny. I'm very intrigued by this word. What's the Merriam-Webster saying about that? Throughpenny. With 2 P's. Ah, he doesn't know. Okay. We won't know right now. So, all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? Oh, there's the latest model, the height of technology, developed by our company, Ultimate Gas. And anyone who uses gas, our gas, will have one of these meters in their property, yes. So, if a 3-pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, 3 pence. Oh, a through penny is 3 pence. Okay. Most people would use about 3 coins in a night. Oh, you'd have to. Oh, can you buy 6 hours at a time? Imagine if you had to wake up to put more money into the meta.
A bit more than that, usually. If they have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is.
Thinking about it, Sussex-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Oh yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsumi's room, actually. And how does the money in the meta get back to you at the gas company?
Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties under gas supply and empty the meters of coins.
I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meters cost the company an awful lot of money. And it reminds me of those Linky meters. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. Because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. And yet, the meta in Mr. Shamspeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. Out of interest, how long has this been going on?
Oh, weeks and weeks. He's been pinching gas of us for ages. And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room, I take it?
Another woman with a large hat. Oh yeah, you know, Mrs., you know British women? They love the hats. Really? Well, you tell me. Oh, naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb. And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meta to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspeare Special. Oh, that sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. But even after that, the rascal's meta was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and I found it bare. You what, I say? You what? And the look on his face, the smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing.
Is Van Zieks Dutch? I don't know, really. He might be German. Then it should be Van Zieks, but
Not a trace of being jemmied open anywhere. Not a single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by the 3 shillings a day, that's what.
Oh, a life-threatening situation. In a number of ways. Incidentally, what became of that matter?
Nothing became of it. I still got it.
Does he have it right there, or? Oh. Right here.
I'll never go out without it.
Okay, right here. No wonder they call you Mr. Man.
I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing.
The gas meter has been entered into the court record. Okay, we have to look at this meter. Definitely what? Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony.
I don't know if he's Dutch, but I think he's a vampire. Okay, let's look at this meter. Is there anything special about it? Oh, it's a very sturdy looking padlock, isn't it? And the money box is sealed with beeswax too. So, if Mr. Sholmes were to get up to any mischief, he'd be found immediately. Why Mr. Sholmes? Shakespeare. Naruto-san, mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would... You know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you? Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs. But it does seem a little over the top, perhaps. Doesn't it? Anything else? It doesn't seem to be any... Oh! What? There's a hole in there. Oh, what? Have you spotted something? Naruto-san. Oh, just here. There's a little hole. Do you see? Oh goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed. They didn't see at the gas company? Oh, it's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say. So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shakespeare? Possibly. It seems the people at Altaman Gas must have missed it. Wow, they're not very observant, those guys. Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through the inside. Yes, but there's no way a coin could fit through there. That's true. But even so, it seems more than a little suspicious. The details of the gas matter have been updated in the court record. There is a tiny hole in his base. Oh yeah. The attached coin box sports a very strong lock, and there is a tiny hole in his base. I wonder how... Well, I guess we'll see how that affects the case. Okay, I think we've seen what we had to see.
Let's move along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that matter.
Well,
Ooh. The meta doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key.
Hold it!
There's only one key for all your metas? Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office. But even if someone had somehow managed to get hold of the key, we'd know if the coin box had been opened. Oh, how? I came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans, as it happens. Would you care to explain?
Oh, well now, in order to empty a meta, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. But when I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax seal on it, you see?
I feel that someone else could put some beeswax seal on it as well. A seal? Like the sort of thing you'd put on an envelope, you mean?
Or something like that, yes. Oh, basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal.
Oh, now, in the case of Mr. Shamspeare's meta, there were no coins inside at all, as I said.
Oh, but the seal hasn't been broken either.
So, that would mean Mr. Shamspeare somehow managed to steal coins from inside the meta without opening it. Oh, it would seem so, but that would be impossible. Oh, oh. Okay, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Because, see, we have this soap over there that we found at Mr. Shamspeare's. And it's got a weird hole in them. A weird, would you say, coin-shaped hole. Me boy, Nicole, nice stream to you and to everybody. Alright, see you, Gwanda. So yeah, it's a very nice coin-shaped mold, I would say. The soap and the seal are both green. I don't think that's a thing. Actually, when we took the soap, there was some kind of red ring there, and it disappeared, and we don't know where it went. My theory is Shakespeare is making fake coins with some kind of liquid that can solidify in the cold and melts when there's heat, and that's why the hole is able to extract the content of the box there. Wait, strychnine. I wonder if strychnine can solidify. Oh, we'll see. I guess we'll see in time. We have to follow the order of the story. Oh, it would seem so, but that would be impossible. Okay.
Somehow he's getting all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not stealing, what is?
Hold it!
How do you know that he's been using gas, though?
Oh, no, since I started investigating this bloke, I've been in his room more than a few times. And on every single occasion, his lamps have been blazing, and his stove pounding. It's the middle of winter, and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheeks, and sigh,
"Oh, get thee to a nunnery."
I'm late indeed. Oh, I could wring the bloke's neck. I get all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open that flaming matter, it's empty. He's robbing me of my salary too.
What's wrong with the world? Where's the justice?
But how can Mr. Shakespeare possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand.
The simple explanation is right before your eyes.
What?
A toast to you eventually realizing what the gas man could be an accomplice.
Oh.
You what? Oh, good lord. Eminently plausible indeed.
Oh well. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, please, let it be. I'm a faithful worker. And besides, if the money our Scotsman collect doesn't tally with how much gas has been used, you dog are paid by the same amount.
So you'd be stealing money only to have the same amounts taken from your wages. Clearly that makes no sense. Perhaps it's a case of losing the battle to win the war.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna stir up that hornet's nest. If I went stealing from the company, I'd be finished. It would seem there is no evidence to support the claims of slavery made against the victim. Because Mr. William Shakespeare is innocent. Pray forgive me if that shatters some illusion my lone Nipponese friend was clearly under.
Oh, I certainly didn't expect to uncover another crime that looks like it's been taking place in the very same room. According to testimony, it's only the matter in Mr. Shakespeare's room that's under suspicion. It does seem as though perhaps it has nothing to do with the incident involving Mr. Natsume. I know, it does seem that way, but the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel like I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked. Oh, it might seem that two cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact, they're intimately connected. Oh yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance. Perhaps, but we can't be sure of that yet. If the Altamont Gas Company has been investigating Mr. Shakespeare so earnestly, there must be something to it. But then, how has he been managing to steal their gas? Okay, I know what we have to do. We have to go to her testimony. Okay, the matter doesn't appear to be tampered with. We're going to present the matter because it's been tampered with.
Objection!
Lady Altamont. I'm afraid to say that this matter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. What?
Oh, get away! You've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box?
Hole? What?
Oh, you're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The matters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do. In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shakespeare secretly opened up this hole himself. Oh yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised. But why? It's been snowing today. Oh, the wintry streets of England. So, how many coins have you put in your meta, Mrs. Your gas meta? Oh yeah, what? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that. A farthing? It's melted snow. It's melted now. Okay. I said that cold then. Melted like the coins in the meta. Ah. Lady Ultimate. I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meta design. What sort of details? Well, why is this... Okay, we have to choose. Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it differentiates coins. Yeah, that I want to know. How does the meta tell the difference between different coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put in a 1-penny coin, that wouldn't work, presumably, would it? No, of course not. If you put 1 penny, it doesn't work, but it doesn't give you the money back. Better not make a mistake there. So, well, how does the meta know that the coin is being fed? Is it through penny bit? Through penny. Ah, I see what you're getting at now. The meta tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see? Other coins just won't fit. Ah, I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent. Just in case. As you wish, my lord. What, missus? The meta is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a threepenny bit. Nothing else will fit. Okay. Can we check that? Do we have a threepenny? Oh, look at this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on this side, about 2 centimeters across. 2 centimeters. Did she say 3/4 of an inch? 2 centimeters? That's about it, I guess. Oh, 3/4 of an inch. Do you think? We did find this soap at the scene, didn't we? Oh, yes. Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window, so we took this one. But I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly. Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? The details of the bar of soap have been updated in the court record. A cheap bar of soap that was discovered just outside Mr. Shamspeare's window. There's a 2 centimeter diameter circular depression in the middle of one surface. Okay. Somehow it's been used. Okay, I think we have to coins exactly diameter thickness of the penny. Nobody else would fit. I think we can present that.
Objection!
Let me just confirm something here. Confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meta would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct? Oh yes, that is correct. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating in Mr. Shakespeare's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Something the same size as a threepenny bit? What was it? The item in question is this! It's not gonna say, but it's not a threepenny.
What? Have you been in Hallingals? That's a bar of soap.
Oh, it certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. Oh, it looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. Yes. What's so important about the soap is this part here. Look at that.
Got it!
You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there? That's right, a depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as the threepenny bit.
Oh, get away! Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, he wants to know. Oh, it sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
Hand over your coins, now! Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit.
Better give it back.
Now, to see if it fits. Oh my word! He couldn't be more snug!
Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Ultimate Gas company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it.
She is a bee. So your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit.
I must concur, at least, that pushing a coin with them force into a poor quality bar of soap, such as this, is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. Or then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You could make fake coins in no time.
This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shakespeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meta.
Oh, quite true, Lady Ultimate. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear.
I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air. Yes. Exactly. And the meta here gives it away. What on earth? There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room.
If that is your assertion, Counsel, the defense will identify these remnants for the court at once.
Oh, is there? Oh man. Where on the meta can the remnant of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen? Oh, the hole, of course. Okay. That's the only thing.
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window.
Outside?
Yes, outside. Where you yourself, Mr. Metaman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap.
Oh, get it!
That's right. The answer, of course, is ice.
Did you say ice?
Mr. Shamspeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening, filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. And his room becomes very comfortably warm. The ice now inside the meta's coin box melts, turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meta. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing ultimate gas. Oh, just like that? So simply? Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water. That's right, madam. Oh, I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meta? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm very sure I didn't design it. Evidence. Sorry, what? I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our methods are rubbish, I want to see proof. Oh, she's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she? Very well, gentlemen. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. Oh, he seems very sure of himself. What? Naruto-san. Are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory? I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. The piece of evidence that substantiates this theory about how Mr. Shamspeare has been stealing gas is, of course, a picture. Look at that! There's a puddle over there.
Take that!
This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspeare. What remnants? Here, you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspierre's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the matter. What? What is that? Some kind of grubby stain? Almost certainly. It's a water stain, resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the metal. Oh! If one coin gives you around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, I can imagine he would have used around 10 of these fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the Metascoin box would have been dripping out almost constantly. Leaving a stain on the floor. Oh, this is awful. And there's further evidence too. Mr. Shamspier is slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there, next to him, is a bar of soap, broken in half. What about it? Oh, you're right.
It would appear to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he?
Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but certainly not. Oh, he didn't beat about the bush there, did he? In truth, Mr. Shamspier was found with a fork in his hand.
A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely. What do you mean to say? He was using that fork too?
Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Oh. But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Oh, good gracious.
Lord Van Zieks? I was throwing my hand up in despair and happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
What is the meaning of this, Counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
What?
That Mr. William Shamspier is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable. That's it. That's exactly it. What she said. Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well, what? We know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room, except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. A young gasman? I'm not sure he's that young, but okay. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Oh. Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication. You... What?
Order, order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
Well, it doesn't.
Ah, Naruto-san. Oh, what was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere?
Oh, it will, Naruto-san, don't worry. It will.
Or did it make no difference at all? Like Lord Van Zix is saying.
Let's save. Raise an objection. Oh, but we don't have any. We don't have any elements right now. We don't have any proof that it made a difference. I think we have to raise an objection though. Oh, we have five dots again. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What?
What?
But counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zix just highlighted these 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nipponish friend? At least one of the so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. Oh, you don't like that, do you? But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the last witnesses to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Oh yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider, namely, he's hiding behind his hand. Oh yeah, no one can see him behind his hand. Was the poison in the tea? I don't think that's the problem, because it was in the tea. Because we've got the teacups. And there's a red ring in Mr. Shakespeare's teacup. And I think the red ring is the thing that was in there, which was a strychnine. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure strychnine is red. Was someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? No, there wasn't. Was the poison in the tea? I think it was. So there's only that. Was someone else responsible? What if it was somebody else entirely who poisoned the victim? If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was. Yes, well, I'll get back to you on that. Was the poison in the ice coin? Yeah, because it wasn't ice. It was red. Well, who was this mysterious third party, Council? I think it's a little too soon to be naming names, my lord. On the contrary, it's a little too late, much like your defense. What? That wasn't the thing? Oh, god damn it. But we've shown so much. The situation has changed, I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamspear was trying to make more ice coins on the night in question. I really feel like that's a clue here. That is pointing us towards something else. Gonna go to bed? Oh, okay. Have a good night, Mrs. There's a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, what's the poison in the tea? Okay, then that's it. If it's not the other thing. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison was that afflicted Mr. Shamspear. Was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? Wait, what? Is there something? The teacups? I'm gonna save. I'm not sure. But we only have the teacups, really. Or the picture? I mean, do you mean the water there could be the tea? I mean, it's either that or that. I mean, the other things are not related. Or this? Well, it's either the soap, because there is still one bar of soap at the scene. The teacups, not going to tell us anything. The cups, they both drank tea, and Natsume's cup is poison free. Yeah, but it doesn't tell us anything about oh yeah. Well, what evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? Or I assume they both drank tea. Well, I don't know. Because it does establish that they didn't drink the same exact thing. But you could also say that maybe, I don't know, it would be game logic. But you could say that Natsume did drink his tea faster, so there wasn't time for a ring to form. So, I don't know. Yeah, Natsume didn't drink tea. Didn't he? If it's a tea ring. Well, maybe he just drank it fast. You know, there was last time they were saying there's a saying in Japan, you have to drink your tea while it's hot. And then Lord Van Ziek said, there's a saying in England that it's better to drink your tea when it's cold or something like that. Or is the tea ring testable? No, probably not. They would have done so otherwise. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? I think it's the soap, because we still have more soap. There's one left there. I want to try that.
Take that!
Good gracious. The soap again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice? Ah, yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. It's... Oh, it's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on the ledges at the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes. But there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice. There was something strange about them, you mean? Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red. The ice was red? No, you mean... That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made of frozen tea. What? I will remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. Oh, that evening, yes. I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never! Oh yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing. So, on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. Oh my word! There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. Oh, that's right. And we only borrowed one of them. Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap. outside Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Oh, extraordinary.
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even one drop of the tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contained strychnine at all. Oh, you smug Nipponese! Smug? Who's smug? You want to talk? My lord, we cannot do the defendants the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it, to determine whether or not it contains any poison.
Bailiff, instruct the police to attend the scene at once.
Oh yes, my lord, understood.
It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zeeks.
No, my lord.
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, okay.
The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigation as appropriate in the interim.
Oh, yes, my lord. Well, we managed to scrap through there somehow.
Thank you, Counsel. Counsel's court is adjourned until tomorrow.
To be continued. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here for tonight. Wow. Well, okay, that wasn't too hard. Still a lot of surprises, as usual. But, you know. Okay, I wonder how many... I think next time we're gonna be able to establish what happened. Probably. Anyway, well, Becky Stu, have a... I hope you can... I don't know. I don't know what to say. Have a good move? What do you say to that? Oh, I hope everything is gonna be okay. Well, it's gonna go smoothly. Alright. Smooth moves. Yeah. Isn't there isn't there a game named like that? I don't know. Alright. We're probably gonna continue tomorrow night. So I hope to see you there. In the meantime, please take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you tomorrow then. Bye.